The neighbor has a wife, and then he's married to the other sister. He has an ex-wife. Apparently, she weighs 600 pounds. Okay? Mind you, guys, okay, listen to this. This is crazy. Mind you, she 600 and something pounds, does not want to take care of herself, pisses pisses all over the place. Just want to make sure, I hope my chat is on. I hope so. So, she pisses and shits every time, and doesn't want to clean up after herself. Doesn't try to move or try to make an effort to take care of herself. Hi, Miss Sharon. Hi, honey. My husband said, babe, watch the window. They're going to be pulling her out. And I'm like, I don't see no ambulance. But the problem is, this lady, okay, so the husband, the neighbor, constantly calls on everybody, okay? He is like the worst neighbor you want. He had made passes, sexual, not at me, thank God, but he's made sexual passes at our little neighbor girl. He has done things, has said things to her that just would make anybody feel uncomfortable, especially with her having little girls. And at the time, she was a single mom. And she told him, I'm not interested. I'm interested in younger men who aren't married and who are white. And she's a little black girl. Love her to death. She's a sweet neighbor. But just, she's terrified now of this old man across the street. And I don't blame her. But he's mad because she won't talk to him no more, whatever. Anyways, the neighbor has called Wolf way too many times, okay? To the cops, to the cops, to the fire department, to the EMS. Well, now his ex-wife needs assistance because she weighs 600 pounds. Over 600. Now, mind you, I'm a big girl. I told my hubby, don't ever let me get that big. I know I struggle with food and stuff like that. I do have, shit. I've been through a hell of a lot. So, I know my hair looks nappy right now. I just took it out of that clip. I was getting a headache. Let me just take a peek and then we'll get into what we're going to get into. But the UFO thing, guys. Okay, so these people that spoke at maybe I already missed the action. Or maybe the EMS team isn't coming. Because the fire department came. But the fire department can't pick her up. So, oh no, baby, I'm alive. They're still waiting on the ambulance? Ew, but it stinks in that house. Ew. What?
Because they first tried, I was talking to Ray, he said, they first tried using a sheet to put on her, to roll her over on it to get her out. He's like, but the sheet gave, he's like, so they brought in a tarp and they had to put it down on the bathroom floor and roll her on it to pull her out. And
oh my God.
But they can't get her up into a chair or nothing until ambulance gets there, so the leg is like
It's crazy. Love you. Alright. Anyways, hi Tattoo. So earlier I was watching the whole debacle with, people are scared to come forward with the UFOs. Woohoo, I know, I keep dropping. YouTube keeps playing with me, girl. 1 minute at 1:33, and then the next minute at 1:32. But I'm happy, and we still got time for my birthday. My birthday's not till August 28th. So we got time to get to 150. But people, I think they classified them as like whistleblowers and like people that are scared to come forward. Okay. Um, people are scared to come forward because, you know, the government shuts them down. Like any UFO sightings that they see. I'm doing good, but I hope you're doing good, Miss Tattoo. Thank you for being here, Sunshine. And thank you, Miss Sharon, for being here. I know a lot of you guys are wrapped up into that whole court thing, but when I seen Pascal do this live earlier, um, I love watching him when it comes to stuff like this because he really like puts his knowledge in it, puts his info. I love the Pascal show, but he was talking about the UFOs and he aired. You could go to News Nation. I did see News Nation air the Congress meeting hearing, and we all know there was going to be a second hearing done, but it was just the one guy really spoke about it. He said, "I know many colleagues who have been shut down, who have been hurt, killed." He knows. He said he knows there's been people he knows. Doing good, and I pray you are, Miss Becca. Yes, everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing really good. It's hot here in Ohio. We're supposed to have a big storm coming through, so I'm just gonna chill today. I'm off today. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment. Um, but I just really thought this was really interesting because this guy's from the Navy.
My name is Ryan Fobbs Graves, and I'm a former F-18 pilot with a decade of service in the U.S. Navy, including 2 deployments in Operation
Come on, Matt.
and Operation Inherent Resolve. I have experienced advanced UAP firsthand, and I'm here to voice the concerns of more than 30 commercial aircrew and military veterans who have confided their similar encounters.
Oh, Jesus, that shit hurts my ears. I hate when they do that.
Action. As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena.
This guy's very true.
The stigma attached to UAP is real and
listen, you
powerful.
guys, listen to this. Ow, my ears are ringing.
It silences commercial pilots who fear professional repercussions, discourages witnesses, and is only compounded by recent government claims questioning the credibility of eyewitness testimony. Parts of our government are aware of more about UAP than they let on. Excessive classification practices keep crucial information hidden. Since 2021, all UAP videos are classified as secret or above. This level of secrecy not only impedes our understanding, but fuels speculation and mistrust.
See, it does. It does make us not trust our government.
Pilot in the Navy Fighter Attack Squadron 11, the Red Rippers. And I was stationed at NAS Oceana in Virginia Beach. After
God
upgrading
damn, that woman is
we began
big.
detecting unknown objects operating in our airspace. At first, we assumed they were radar errors.
God, how could you live like that?
Multiple onboard sensors,
and then
infrared
pee
systems,
all over
eventually
the place and not want to help yourself. It's just
during a training mission in warning area Whiskey 72, 10 miles off the coast of Virginia Beach. F-18 Super Hornets were split by a UAP. The object, described as a dark gray or a black cube inside of a clear sphere, came within 50 feet of the lead aircraft and was estimated to be 15 feet.
Listen to this, you guys.
Mission commander terminated the flight immediately and returned to base. Our squadron submitted a safety report, but there was no official acknowledgement of the incident and no further mechanism to report the sightings.
This guy tells it all. He tells it all, you guys. I implore you to either go watch this on News Nation.
For action and answers, I founded Americans for Safe Aerospace. The organization has since become a
He's got friends that were shut down, who have been hidden.
More than 30 witnesses have
that
reported almost 5,000 Americans have joined us.
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear it. I hate when they do that.
The majority of witnesses are commercial.
For some odd reason, when people have, ouch, how do I put this? So you know how people have those extra like boom booms in their car that make their fucking stereos like boom boom uh that thumping. Sometimes it's not as bad, but when it starts to like shake stuff, it hurts my ears, and I know it's because I had a doctor tell me for hearing. My hearing goes in and out. There was a period of time for like a week. I couldn't hear for like a week straight. I tried everything like I just like it would come in and out. I'd hear ringing all the time. And the doctor told me it's because of the trauma and like the very last trauma that I took. My ears took a lot of banging, so I have effects from that. So when I hear that shit, it hurts my ears, it rattles them,
Major airlines.
and then I hear, and then it's
Pilots are
horrible.
reporting UAP at altitudes that appear above them at 40,000
But this
feet,
guy,
potentially in low Earth orbit or in the gray zone below the Kármán line, making inexplainable maneuvers like right-hand turns in retrograde orbits or J-hooks. Sometimes these reports are reoccurring, with numerous recent sightings north of Hawaii and in the North
oh yes, the
Pacific.
bass turned up. The guys will
But
be
adventurers are
deaf
also coming forward
at a
to us
very
regarding
early
UAP encounters
age.
in our
They
airspace
will, Miss Sharon. They
and
will.
oceans. The most compelling involve observations of UAP by multiple witnesses and
But I
sensor
just think
systems. I believe
I
these
love how
accounts are
Pascal
only scratching the surface,
did
and more
this.
will share their experiences.
Check
once
out
it's
his
safe to
merch.
do
He's
so.
got some pretty snazzy
In closing, I
merch. I
recognize
love
the
his merch.
skepticism surrounding this topic.
I just haven't been able to buy
If
any
everyone
of
can
it.
see the sensor and video data I witnessed, our national
But this is
conversation
Mr.
would change.
Graves.
I urge us to put aside stigma and address the security and safety issue this topic represents. If UAP are foreign drones, it is an urgent national security problem. If it is something else, it is an issue for science. In either case, unidentified objects are concerned for flight safety. The American people deserve to know what is happening in our skies. It is long overdue. Thank you.
Mr. Rush. Mr. Chairman, ranking members and congressmen, thank you. I'm happy to be here. This is an important issue, and I'm grateful for your time. My name is David Charles Grush. I was an intelligence officer for 14 years, both in the U.S. Air Force, both active duty, Air National Guard, and Reserve, at the rank of major, and most recently from 2021 to 2023, at the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency.
Pascal Eaton. I love you, buddy.
Civilian level, which is the military equivalent of full bird colonel.
I love Pascal.
I was my agency's co-lead in unidentified anomalous phenomena and
But this guy,
object analysis, as well as
he tells it, man.
UAP Task Force, UAPTF, and eventually, once it was established, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARO. I became a whistleblower through a PPD-19 urgent concern filing in May 2022 with the Intelligence Community Inspector General. Following concerning reports from multiple esteemed and credentialed current and former military and intelligence community individuals that the U.S. government is operating with secrecy above congressional oversight with regards to UAPs.
He said they're hiding shit.
Based on information I've been given by individuals.
The government is hiding alien bodies too, he says. One of these guys says that earlier. I can't remember which one it was.
Many of whom also have shared compelling evidence in the form of photography, official documentation, and classified oral testimony to myself and many of my various colleagues. I have taken every step I can to corroborate this evidence over a period of 4 years while I was with the UAP Task Force and do my due diligence on the individual sharing it. This is because of these steps, I believe strongly in the importance of bringing this information forward. I am driven by a commitment of both to truth and transparency, rooted in our inherent duty to uphold the United States Constitution and protect the American people.
Yes.
I'm asking Congress to hold our government to this standard and thoroughly investigate these claims. But as I stand here under oath now, I am speaking to the facts as I've been told them. In the U.S. Air Force, in my National Reconnaissance Office, NRO, reservist capacity, I was a member of the UAP Task Force from 2019 to 2021. I served at the NRO Operations Center on the director's briefing staff, which included the coordination of the presidential daily brief and supporting a variety of contingency operations, which I was the Reserve Intelligence Division Chief backup. In 2019, the UAP Task Force Director asked me to identify all special access programs and controlled access programs, also known as SAPs and CAPs, we needed to satisfy our congressionally mandated mission, and we were direct report at the time to the DepSec Div. At the time, due to my extensive executive level intelligence support duties, I was cleared to literally all relevant departments and in a position of extreme trust.
We're going to get into what I have to show you guys too.
I was informed.
I got a happy story that Miss Tattoo Rebel sent me. I want to show you guys. I'm going to play it. I figured we could go a little bit over that before we get into... I have a celebrity news to tell you guys. An article that happened with a celebrity.
Based on the data I collected to report this information to my superiors and multiple inspectors general.
Listen to him.
And in effect becoming a whistleblower. As you know, I've suffered retaliation for my decision, but I am hopeful that my actions will ultimately lead to a positive outcome of increased transparency. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer your questions.
Wow, thank you. Commander Fravor.
And if you guys don't understand, I'll explain everything in a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman.
We love you, Pascal.
I want to first thank you for the invitation to speak to the committee on the UAP topic that's been in the news for the past 6 years and seems to be continuing to gain momentum. As you know, my name is David Fravor. I'm a retired commander in the United States Navy. In 2004, I was a commanding officer of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, the world-famous Black Aces. They're attached to carry stationed on board the USS Nimitz and had begun a 2-month workout cycle off the coast of California. On this day, we were scheduled for a 2-week
Pascal's taking his notes. I love him.
as our control. When we launched off Nimitz, my wingman was joining up. We were told that the training was going to be suspended and we were going to proceed with real-world tasking. As we proceeded to the west, the air controller was counting down the range to an object that we were going to, and we were unaware of what we were going to see when we arrived. The controller told us that these objects had been observed for over 2 weeks, coming down from over 80,000 feet, rapidly descending to 20,000 feet, hanging out for hours, and then going straight back up for those 20,000 feet in space.
What?
We arrived at the location at approximately 20,000 feet in the controller called merge plot, which means that our radar blip was now in the same resolution cell as the contact. As we looked around, we noticed that we saw some white water off our right side. It's important to note that the weather on this day was as close to perfect as you could ask for off the coast of San Diego. Clear skies, light winds, calm seas, no whitecaps from waves, so the white water stood out in a large blue ocean. All 4 of us, because we were in F-18Fs, so we had pilots and Wizzo in the back seat, looked down a small, solid white tic-tac object with a longitudinal axis pointing north-south and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping-pong ball. There were no rotors, no rotor wash, or any sign of visible control surfaces like wings. As we started clockwise towards the object, my Wizzo and I decided to go down and take a closer look at the other aircraft staying in high cover to observe both us and the tic-tac.
It's important what he's saying, guys.
From the start of our descent, and the object suddenly shifted its longitudinal axis, aligned it with my aircraft, and began to climb. We continued down another 270 degrees, nose low, where the tic-tac, or we continued 270 degrees to where, and we went nose low to where the tic-tac would have been. Our altitude at this point was about 15,000 feet, and the tic-tac was about 12,000. As we pulled nose onto the object, within about a half mile of it, it rapidly accelerated in front of us and disappeared. Our wingmen, roughly 8,000 feet above us, lost contact also. We immediately turned back to see where the white water was at, and it was gone also. So as we started to turn back towards the east, the controller came up and said, "Sir, you're not going to believe this, but that thing is at your cat point roughly 60 miles away in less than a minute. You can calculate the speed." We returned to Nimitz. We were taking off our gear. We were talking to one of my crews who was getting ready to launch. We mentioned it to him, and they went out and luckily got the video that you see, that 90-second video. What you don't see is the radar tape that was never released, and we don't know where it's at, of the active jamming that the object put on an APG-73 radar. And I can get into modes later if you're interested. What is shocking to us is that the incident was never investigated. None of my crew were ever questioned. Tapes were never taken, and after a couple days, it turned into a great story with friends. It wasn't until 2009 until Jay Stratton had contacted me to investigate. Unbeknownst to all, he was part of the ATIP program,
in the Pentagon led by Lou Elizondo.
This is crazy.
There was an unofficial report that came out that's now on the internet. Years later, I was contacted by the other pilot, Alex Dietrich, and asked if I'd been contacted, and I said no, but I'm willing to talk. I was contacted by Mr. Elizondo, and we talked for a short period of time, and he said we'd be in contact. A few weeks after that, I was made aware that Lou had left the Pentagon in protest and joined forces with Tom DeLonge, Chris Mellon, Steve Justice, and others to form Two Stars Academy, an organization that pressed the issue with leading industry experts and U.S. government officials. They worked with Leslie Keane, who is present today, Ralph Blumenthal, and Helene Cooper to publish the articles in the New York Times 2017 New York Times.
This is
and it removed the
nuts.
stigma on the topic of UFOs, which is why we're here today. Those articles open the door for the government and public that cannot be closed. It has led to an interest from our elected officials who are not focused on little green men, but have figured out where these craft are, where they from, the technology they possess, how do they operate. It also led to the Whistleblower Protection Act and the NDAA. There are multiple witnesses coming forward to say that have firsthand knowledge, and Mr. Grush just covered that. What concerns me is that there's no oversight from our elected officials on anything associated with our government processing or working on craft. Believe it or not, from this world. This issue is not a full public disclosure that can undermine national security, but it is about ensuring that our system of checks and balances works across all work done in the government using taxpayer funds. Relative to government programs, even unacknowledged wave programs, have some level of oversight by the appropriate committee members in the House and Senate.
This is so true, you guys.
That is said to be occurring from whistleblower testimonies should not be exempt. In closing, I would like to say that the Tic Tac object we engaged in 2004 was far superior to anything that we had on time, have today, or are looking to develop in the next 10 years. If we in fact have programs that possess this technology, it needs to have oversight from those people that the citizens of this great country elected in office to represent what is best for the United States and best for the citizens. I thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And these gentlemen, Sharon, are exposing it now. I mean, they're telling it. I mean, they've already had repercussions happen to them.
Mr. Graves.
You know, what else could they
Are your
lose?
pilots,
You know,
or pilots that you interact with as part of your
they just don't
organization
understand it. They don't think
feel
we can
adequately
understand
trained
it.
for
I feel like, Sharon, there's some citizens out here that are not going to be able to understand.
Right now, military witnesses
You know?
to UAP have limited options for reporting UAP.
See?
But more concerning is that commercial aviation sector has not adapted to the lessons that military has implemented. The military and Department of Defense has stated that UAP represent a critical aviation safety risk. We have not seen that same language being used in the commercial markets.
I mean, some people just can't understand. I think if it was out there, some people wouldn't be able to understand it.
military or commercial.
Come on,
Right now, we need a system where pilots can report without fear of losing their jobs.
right?
There's a fear that the stigma associated with this topic is going to lead to professional repercussions, either through management or perhaps through their
Listen to him.
physical check. So having a secure system, reducing the stigma, and making this information available through the public is going to reduce the concerns that aircrew have.
Can you just give me a little idea of the degree to which reports in the past are not made public right now?
I don't think there has been a proper reporting system to gather those reports and thus not report them. So to answer your question, I think there is a dearth of data due to the fact that the reporting has been limited up to this time.
Could you tell me why you believe it's kind of play the devil's advocate, a reason why some of this stuff should not be available to the public?
There's certainly some national security concerns when we use our advanced sensors in our tactical jets to be
This
able
is
to
good.
identify these objects. However, there's no reason that the objects themselves would be classified. I would be curious to see how the security classification guideline actually spells out the different nuances of how this topic is classified from the perspective of UAP, not national security.
I'll give you a follow-up on that. Assuming that there are reasons why not all this should be made public, this has been around for a long period of time.
Long period of time, this guy says.
Can any of the three of you think of any reason why anything related to UAPs, say 15 years back, should not be made public?
I think one of it is acknowledging a vulnerability from a collection and I'll just say a countermeasure perspective. So it's we haven't cracked for many years. Yeah.
You didn't say 20 years back. Is there any reason why when you go back that far things shouldn't be made public?
Unless it shows a specific national security vulnerability as it relates to a weakness in particular defenses.
Oh, okay, Mr. Fravor, the TikTok incident that that you were engaged occurred in 2004. What kind of reporting took place after that incident?
Listen.
None. We had a standard debrief where the backseaters went down to our carrier intel center and briefed what had happened, and that was it. No one else talked to us.
They haven't reported the sighting and shared it with the public. What is the public wants?
Nothing was done.
Your commanding officers provide any sort of justification?
Exactly, Sharon. And that's
No,
what,
because I was the commanding officer.
and that's what these guys are saying. That they have nowhere to report this, and when they do report it, they get fired. They get told that they're gonna get, hurt. And the one guy said he knows people, but like something happened in 2004. We don't know, but I've never heard of the ocean thing. Never in my life. It happened in 2004 that I don't think they exposed.
Was this incident the only UAP event that you encountered while you were a pilot?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Listen to this guy.
This is for any one of you. Based off of each of your experiences and observations, do you believe UAPs pose a potential threat to our national security?
So yes.
Yes, and here's why. The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had, and you could put that anywhere. If you had one, you captured one, you reverse engineered it, and you got it to work. You're talking something can go into space, go someplace, drop down in a matter of seconds, do whatever it wants, and leave. And there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I would also like to add, from a commercial aviation and military aviation perspective, we deal with uncertainty in our operating space as a matter of our protection. Professional actions. Identifying friend from foe is very important to us. So when we have unidentified targets and we continue to ignore those due to a stigma or a fear of what it could be, that's an opening that our adversaries can take advantage of.
What steps should be taken to better understand and respond to UAP encounters in the interest of national security?
There needs to be a location where this information is centralized for processing, and there needs to be a two-way communication loop so the operators on the front end have feedback and can get best practices on how to process the
It's just
information,
nuts
what to do,
how.
and to ensure that they're reporting.
I mean, this was a long show.
Right now,
That
there's
was
not a look back.
Mr.
Two
Grush, in your complaint to the intelligence
2.5 hours
Inspector-
this went on for.
Inspector General, you claim that
And
you
these guys,
is being hidden.
told them,
What kind of
told these
information do you
people,
think was hidden in your
told us Congress what was going on.
Yes, I can speak to that very briefly in an unclassified manner, as the preponderance of my complaint was classified in the intelligence communities. Both material acquisition and exploitation activity, also baselining the UAPs, but not sharing it with, intelligence professionals that are actually doing step briefs to pilots, that kind of information.
Okay.
A few more minutes of this, and then we're going to go into our topic.
Mr. Garcia.
Thank you. Again, thank you all for your service and for testifying today.
We're testifying.
UAPs related to
This is our testifying.
pilots'
This
interaction
very.
with UAPs. I think, Mr. Graves, one of the concerns for members of this committee is this idea that pilots, there's no system to actually report UAPs and the stigma around pilots. So can you just briefly, you mentioned that you're working with 30 pilots right now that have had encounters with UAPs.
Yeah.
But you've also, I believe, discussed and know of many more pilots. This is just those that you're currently working with. Is that correct? Can you expand on that?
Certainly, I'll break that down two ways. First, when we were first experiencing these objects off the eastern seaboard in the 2014 to 2015 time period,
Wow.
when they had upgraded their radar systems, were seeing these objects. So there was a large number of my colleagues that were detecting these objects off the eastern seaboard. They were further correlating that information with the other onboard sensors, and many of them also had their own eye sightings as well of these objects. Now, that was our personal first-hand experience at the time. Since then, as I've engaged this topic, others have reached out to me to share their experiences both on the military side as well as the commercial aviation side. On the military aviation side, veterans that have recently got out have shared their stories and have expressed how the objects we were seeing in 2014, 2015 continued all the way to 2019, 2020,
Wow.
and beyond. And so it became a generational issue for naval aviators on the eastern seaboard. This was something we were briefing to new students. This is something that was included in the notice to airmen to ensure that there was no accidents. And now with commercial aviators, they are reaching out because they're having somewhat similar experiences as our military brothers and sisters, but they do not have any reporting system that they can send us to.
And let me just add to that, both to Mr. Fravor as well as Mr. Graves, not having the system for reporting. Would you both agree that it is harmful to not just our national security interests, but to understand this phenomenon of what's happening with UAPs?
I think it's actually it's a travesty that we don't
It's
have a
crazy,
system
y'all.
to correlate this and actually investigate. So if you took the East Coast,
Yes, girl, Sharon.
there's coastal radars out there that monitor.
The issue is the government is hiding things, and one of the guys said that he knows they're hiding bodies, like alien. It's crazy. And why? Yes. It's just, why aren't they exposing it? He just said there's been incidents in 2014, 2015, water ones, Sky, News Nation hosted it, did it, and so did the Pascal show. I just don't understand why none of that's been released. I don't get it. But I think we all can handle what's out there.
Instead of just having airplanes.
But they're worried that, I think they're also worried that
you need a centrally located
whatever these things are, these Tic Tac or the little blimps that they say that they see in the sky, they think they want our military stuff.
There's a lot of that going on, especially if you talk to anyone that flies from here to Hawaii or the Pacific, they see odd lights. So I think
we need to find out what these anomalies are.
A central point to collect the data in order to investigate.
Mr. Graves?
I would concur with everything Mr. Fravor said. I'll continue to say that the commercial pilots that have reached out to me through American for Safe Aerospace are doing so because they don't feel there's another way for them to report this safety issue.
And I think one of the clear outcomes of this hearing already is that there has to be a safe and transparent reporting process for pilots, both on the commercial side and the military side, to be able to report UAPs in a way that's also transparent, but also understands the scope of our national security interests and what may be classified or not. But I think there has to be some sort of system.
God damn it, Matt!
Can be an outcome that this committee can work on. Is there anything else, for the two of you, briefly, beyond the reporting system that you think that we can do as a government to encourage, facilitate more civilian reporting?
I think we're doing it right now.
Okay, great.
I think this hearing is going to show the American people that their government takes this topic seriously.
And how about civilians that may not be pilots? What kind of process could be in place for civilians who are not pilots, who may have UAP encounters? Do either of you have any suggestions that could facilitate that?
My recommendations would be to make that a sensor-centric operation in order to make it as objective as possible.
Okay.
I'm going to knock that motherfucker out.
Mr. Graves on that.
Okay. Just briefly, I also
It
just want
hurts
to...
my ears so bad, and it's going to start ringing again.
One of the things that I found fascinating in our discussion, Mr. Graves, last night as well, is that you both described...
It's hard to explain the
UAPs
pain.
And formations and the way they are observed in space or in our air, and the way that they move is essentially ways in which current technology or aircraft that we know of are not able to actually function or move. And so will you just, for the public record, again, once again,
Listen.
just briefly, just either describe or note that aircraft that we witnessed, particularly by the 30 folks that you're working with, are essentially outside the scope of anything that we know of today, the technology.
I got our case ready too, because I want to read it to you guys.
Yes, the objects that are being seen by
I got
commercial
two
pilots
things to come to you guys.
Maneuvers that are unexplainable due to our current understanding of our technology and our capabilities as a country. That applies for the military as well.
Yeah, I concur with that. We have nothing that can stop in midair and go the other direction, nor do we have anything that can, like in our situation, come down from space, hang out for 3 hours, and go back up.
Thank you. My last question, and sometimes I know you have also said some of these answers in the past, but we're trying to get them on the public record as well, which is really important. Mr. Brush, finally, do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years.
And where?
I know the exact locations, and those locations were provided to the Inspector General, and some of which to the intelligence committees. I actually had people with the first-hand knowledge provide a protected disclosure to the Inspector General.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, I would just say that I think that these questions are important questions, and I look forward to being involved in the process to get those answered. I know there'll be a lot of questions from the committee members, so I yield back.
Thank you. We'll go to Mr. Richard himself.
He knows. There's 41 people.
Garcia with stuff like that.
that he has talked to, that they have, that the government's hiding shit, equipment, bodies, such and such. Like, this is freaking fracking. This is crazy.
Legislation to do just that on the reporting.
I implore you guys to go. Hi, hippie grandma. Hi, honey.
Questions.
I love the Pascal. You guys go watch the Pascal.
Again, I'd like to know.
News Nation has it on there, but I don't know.
Some of the behaviors
Pascal
that we
puts
saw
his knowledge in
here,
it, though.
was
Like,
these
he.
objects, being at zero Mach, that's zero airspeed.
Listen to this one, then we're going to go into our topic.
So what that means, just like a river, if you throw a bobber in, it's going to float downstream. These objects were staying completely stationary in Category 4 hurricane
Yeah.
events. These same objects would then accelerate.
I won't be on long, babe.
1.2 Mach. And they would do so in very erratic.
I got one, baby, in here.
I don't have an explanation for.
Wow. Okay. Have you spoken to commercial and military pilots that have seen these off of our East Coast?
I have.
Okay. Mr. Favor, I noticed that the Tic Tac video, it's Tic Tac like the candy, not TikTok like the Chinese communist app.
That's correct.
Yes, sir. I just want to make that because my daughter corrected me on that, called me a boomer, and said, "Hey, boomer," and I said, "No, baby, it's Tic Tac like the candy. You're gonna have to just look it up." And, but I would also like to say today is a day of many firsts. It's a miracle that we're having this meeting, and it's also a miracle that my wife has put up with me for 9 years today. This is my anniversary. So my wife's anniversary. I love her very much.
What is going on?
And she'd like to say
I love
the best 2
Pascal.
years of her life.
Oh, why is this guy? This guy's hilarious.
Mr.
What's
Favor.
wrong with this dude?
What astonished you the most about the flight capabilities of these Tic Tac, very briefly?
When I heard it and heard that Pascal laugh, I was like, oh my god, we needed that laugh.
You're not aware of any other objects that anybody in the world has, in this world, that has those capabilities.
No, I think it's far beyond actually our material science that we currently possess.
Are you aware of any other reconnaissance platforms that track or record Tic Tac's maneuvers? Maybe the NORAD system or any of the others?
I am not.
Okay.
This
Mr.
guy
Grosh,
was a critic.
thank you for being here, brother. Thank you all very much. Have you faced any retaliation or reprisals for any of your testimony or anything on these lines?
Yeah, I have to be careful what I say in detail because there is an open whistleblower reprisal investigation on my behalf. I don't want to compromise that investigation by providing anything that may help provide somebody information. But it was very brutal and very unfortunate. Some of the tactics they used to hurt me both professionally and personally, to be quite frank. Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, as they say, when you're over the target, that's when they do the most firing at you. Do you have any personal knowledge of people who have been harmed or injured in efforts to cover up or conceal these extraterrestrial technology?
Yes,
He said yes.
personally.
Have anyone been murdered that you would think that you know of or have heard of, I guess?
I have to be careful asking that question.
Of course.
I've directed people with that knowledge to the appropriate authorities.
Sure.
Maybe in a, we could get in a confidential area skiff, we could talk about that, but unfortunately, we were denied access to the skiff, and that's very unfortunate in this scenario.
What is the skiff, guys? What is the skiff?
Mr. Favor, you believe that you witnessed an additional object under the water in relation to your encounter?
I will say we did not see an object. There was something there to cause the whitewater, and when we turned around, it was gone. So there was something there that obviously moved.
Okay, it was not the same object though that you were looking at, correct?
No, we actually joked that the Tic Tac was communicating with something when we came back, and because the whitewater disappeared.
We were in another instance. We're told about the capabilities of a jamming during viewing of some of where there were some people chasing some of these objects. Did you experience any of that jamming or interrupting your radar or weapons system?
See?
My crew that launched after we landed experienced significant jamming to the APG-73 radar, which was what we had on board, which is a mechanically scanned, very high-end system prior to the APG-79. And yes, it did pretty much everything you could do.
These extraterrestrials are being able to jam.
And then you hit the lock, and the targeting pod is passive. That's where we're able to get the video.
I'm about to run out of time, but are you aware of any of our enemies that have that capability? Okay,
No. So no enemies had that capability, guys. At least we can know that.
Breaking Area 51. He's the reason I knew about that. The reason I know about the Tic Tacs is Leslie Keane, New York Times article, and I would encourage everybody to read that.
That's my time. My name is Mr. Birch. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Graves.
This is crazy. Alright, so let's get into our topic. We have a celebrity news. Sharon. This is oh no, let's do the happy thing, but Sharon, I do have something that might be trigger warning. It has to do with a home invasion. Not once but twice. Second time they weren't able to get nothing, but I did want to give you a heads up on that. And then we have I have something from Miss Tattoo Angel. She sent me something that I wanted to show you guys. It is very, very cute. And it's a heroic, like a fabulous story for a positive before we get into something so terrible. So, let me find where she sent me this. Now, this is a 4-year-old wandering lost in Ohio field. Now, I don't remember seeing any of this on the news in Ohio. I know we've known for many years that the technology is so far advanced. Yes. But it's like they want whatever we got, but we don't have anything. So what could... I know we could get a lot from what these extraterrestrials, these aliens, these UFOs have. Their equipment can go underneath water and not be seen, jam other equipment that the military and like these pilots said, it's so crazy that, and the government is hiding it. Like they said, he knows people that were injured because they were spoken up. He has repercussions against him. There's a big thing called the whistleblower. I highly, I don't know, I just believe in it. It's just crazy. But we're going to show you this. I didn't see this. Now this says Ohio State patrol troopers used helicopters to search for a 4-year-old who went missing in a field. And you can see the little boy in that massive field. It's getting much better. Okay, babes. I love you, girl. You know that. Okay, it's going to show the video, I think. Do I have it high up? Do we have an ad coming? Come on. And again, this is from CNN News, but Miss Tattoo Angel sent it to me. And then we have a case of a thing called Alfred plea, which I'm not too sure. I know Mr. Rebel had a case of it that I didn't really tune into. Like the West Boy Memphis, I only tuned into half. Now I feel bad that I called them guilty and they weren't. Why is this not?
4-year-old boy went missing in an Ohio field. Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers attempted to spot the child from a helicopter.
Aww. It's probably his mommy and dad or grandpa. Yay! How cute was that? Isn't that something? Oh, he was found. You know, that's a good positive. He was found, you know? And that little boy was stuck in that field probably for I don't even know how long did the article say. 4-year-old lost in the field. Um, I don't see how long. Um, yeah, it doesn't say how long, but that video was a minute. Super, I'm just glad he is safe and, you know, he was found. Um, it's just, I'm glad. I'm glad he was found and he was safe and.
Alex Morgan leads the defending champion jurors.
What is going on? What is going on? Stop. 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 Jesus. Oh my God. Get out of there. Whew. Okay. So, let's go to celebrity news. Let me find where I have it at. We do not want the Chinese app. Alright. We all know Wiz Khalifa, correct? We all know who Wiz Khalifa is. An Alfred plea is a guilty plea, but standing they have enough evidence to convict without the person admitting the guilt. Okay, I have a case like that. I found one I didn't know. That one's my next one we're gonna go over, because it involves the guy only got 6 years in prison for it now, and is being held in the Maryland Corrections Facility. So I have a case. I do want to go over that. But this is hip hop. Wiz Khalifa. Second time he's had a home invasion, guys. We're going to go over. Here's Wiz Khalifa. Okay. Look how beautiful that home is. Beautiful home. Okay, so this is what happened. I was really bummed that I didn't get to go to it. I was really, 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 really sad because I didn't have the $100 to go. I've never been to a concert, never been to anything like that. Well, Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg was in Toledo and in Michigan, okay? Now, this happened on the 25th, 2023. Wiz Khalifa was on the road touring with Snoop Dogg in a group so Wiz Khalifa was on the road touring with Snoop Dogg. So a group of would-be burglars, it would be a good idea to roll up on his LA home while he was performing. Keyword, being thought, as they oddly didn't expect that security guards who sent them running during the attempt on Sunday evening's heist. Wiz was on stage. It says LAPD tells TMZ hip hop. 3 guys tried to get onto the property through a side gate at 6:38 p.m. Just as Wiz was in Michigan burning through live renditions of his classic songs for a high school reunion tour. Wiz is unfortunately familiar with home intruders. Crooks broke into his house back in 2018, but this time he wouldn't be a victim again. And it shows his nice, beautiful property. I would show you guys the video, but I don't want TMZ to get me. This There's Wiz Khalifa right there on stage. Rebecca Down, 60-year-old today. Oh my gosh, well, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, sunshine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca. Happy birthday, girl, to you. And you hope you have many, many, many more birthdays and celebrations, girl. Live young. Live like you're young. Oh, my husband surprised me with a new car. Oh my God, you got an Elantra. What an awesome husband. Give your husband props, girl. Wow, that's so awesome. And those Elantras are nice. So Wiz told security at the house, sprung into action, running out the gate where the Three Stooges spotted and immediately turned to flee. LAPD responded to the alarm, but the suspects had bolted. By the time officers arrived, they had fled and attempted a burglary report and open investigation. Wiz Khalifa puts on Twitter, 3 N's, I don't say that word, with Poochie Shiesty mask, tried to run in my crib while I was on stage. Meanwhile, Wiz caught a wind of the caper while his concert venue and noted the timing, pointing out he was actually on stage while it was going down. TMZ Hip Hop broke the story. Wiz dropped over $7 million on his new crib, so shelling out a little more for 24/7 protection makes perfect sense. Absolutely. That's crazy. So what's happening? Who's B-Day? It's Rebecca Townsend. Rebecca Towns. It's her birthday. Married 24 years. Oh my gosh. Well, congrats. I'm not married yet, but me and my hubby have been together 14 years. We did have a 6-month breakup, but that's alright. We needed it. So I'm happy with that. This little piece of hair just was not going to cooperate with me. So, our next one is the homicide of Jones. Alfred plea. So the guy took the Alfred plea. Let me read you the case here. Let me find it. I have it on my notes, but I just want to make sure. So this happened. Okay, so I'll read you from the article. This is from WTO, and this is a homicide. An autopsy of a Toledo man from wounds 3 years after being shot. Okay? So Devontae Jones was 26 years old and was shot in the north of Toledo in April 2020. He was only 26 years old. Which had his gun wounds impacted his life a lot. Devontae Jones, Toledo in April 2020. He died 3 years later this week due to complications from the gunshot wound. This was posted from the WDOL newsroom at 6:46 p.m., July 25th. A Toledo man's death this week is a homicide due to complications from being shot in the North Toledo 3 years ago. According to the Lucas County Coroner's Office, the autopsy on Devontae Jones was performed Tuesday. His cause of death is listed as complications of a gunshot wound to the back with quadriplegic, according to the autopsy report. I'm so hungry. So, Jones's was shot April 6, 2020, outside the Villista complex, apartment complex. I think I know where that's at. I'm pretty sure that's not a very good area. But I don't know if Jones lived there or if Jones was visiting somebody there. Who knows? But he was shot right outside. On North Ontario Street. He was taken to the hospitals by first responders. Jones's death is the 19th homicide, guys. 19 homicides where I'm at, where I live. Because it says Jones's death is the 19th homicide of 2023 of Toledo. This is it's so sad. Like, it's crazy. The 19th homicide. April 2021, Melvin Pratt entered an Alfred plea to one count of felony assault in a shooting that gave Jones life-threatening injuries. Pratt was later sentenced to serve 6 years in prison. And he is currently being held in the Mansfield Correctional Institution. A defendant entering an Alfred plea does not admit to committing the crime, but it admits the state has sufficient evidence to get a conviction that could lead him to serve more severe sentences. It's currently unclear if Pratt's picture below will be charged with an upgraded offense since Jones's homicide. Here is the picture of the guy. To me, he's got a smirk. What do you guys think? He got a smirk on his face? I think he does. I honestly think he frickin' does. He entered the Alfred plea, which we now know Hippie Grandma also told us as well. Thank you, Miss Hippie Grandma. So when I found this case, I was like, oh shit! Rebel just covered the Alfred plea, and I didn't pay attention to the whole case. And then I felt like an idiot because I wrote in chat like they're guilty, but I had just tuned in. I didn't know that, and I felt really bad. So I'm sorry to boys that I accused. But, so do a lot of cases have this Alfred plea, or like how did they get this plea, like how sad. I know, attitude adjustment needed. Uh-oh, what happened? What's up, babes? So I just cannot believe that. And then with the UFO thing today, that just kind of like totally threw me off. And then it's a common plea, is it? I didn't know it was a common plea. I have no idea. I never even heard of it until Rebel had talked about it, and then last night when I was digging into my case, I was like, wait, this is really a thing? Like, they really do. I didn't know if it was like a common thing that they always, you know. What is this?
Gun violence is plaguing so many parts of our society. The black and brown communities are disproportionately affected.
Let's
There's
listen.
work being done to try to tackle these types of crimes. But for one local organization, the focus shifts to the impacts of gun violence on our mental health. Growing up in Toledo's Old West End, Danny Young IV says he had a great upbringing.
Because I had people who wanted the best for me and who always wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to get to that next level in life.
After graduating from Emmanuel Christian, he moved to Charlotte, North Carolina for college. But in December of 2021, while Danny was back home on winter break, one night put everything in jeopardy.
I felt the first bullet and it was just really hot. After that, my whole body went numb because the adrenaline was so high. I got shot right here and it went through.
Danny was shot twice. A year and a half later, he has the physical.
My colostomy bag was.
And mental scars to prove it.
When I hear fireworks or I hear something loud drop on the floor or something, I may get scared. I may get a little panicky.
It is scary and it's dangerous and it affects the whole community.
Gun violence and mental health go hand in hand.
I see your comments, babe.
Support specialist.
I'm eating my comments. I'm only eating my comments.
He runs above and beyond care behavioral health.
If you need to tell me something, babe, you tell me, love.
Have a smoother transition back into society. Something he knows about all too well. After spending 13 years locked up for a murder he did not commit.
When I came out, I didn't know that I would be going back. But when I went back, it was just the love to see the guys I left behind and encourage them.
Knighton says he is living with PTSD because of his past, which magnified after prison. Just 5 years ago, his sister was shot and killed delivering pizza.
I was angry.
Which has also affected his mental health.
Always had to break things.
As Danny and I walk in his old neighborhood, he also reflects on the past.
In the wrong place, wrong time. I was hanging around the wrong people.
And looks forward to the future. He's a new member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, studying sports marketing with plans to obtain his MBA.
For the young black men who are coming up, just know that this world is bigger than Toledo. This world is so big. You need to get out. You need to go figure out what you want to do with your life.
Well, Danny says he's had counseling since this incident. Both he and Willie believe it's important to reach out for help. Tomorrow, NAMI's African American Leadership Initiative is hosting a free conversation at the main library in downtown Toledo. It's on gun violence, mental health, and how it affects African American men. All seats have been reserved, but we will be there and let you know about the impact of this candid conversation.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Wow, what a great story. I mean, that man lived being shot like that and then is trying to upbring a lot of the, I mean, it's got to be hard to recover, there's so much gun violence out here. So much gun violence. Yes. Congratulations on your pretty car, babes. Uh-oh. Just in, hot out the press. Toledo woman arrested accused of spiking a drink with fentanyl. According to court documentation, Banks is accused of mixing fentanyl with an alcohol beverage that she gave to another person at a cookout on April 14th. Toledo police published Toledo, Ohio. A Toledo woman was arrested for allegedly spiking someone's drink with fentanyl on April 14th at a cookout. Oh my God. Raven Banks was arrested and charged with cooperating another with drugs. According to the court documents, Banks is accused of mixing fentanyl with an alcohol beverage that she gave to another person at a cookout April 14th. The mixture sent the victim to the hospital. As a result, court documents show the arrest warrant was issued on Banks on June 24th. You guys should see what this girl looks like. Oh my God. Who does that? I don't know why I looked at myself in the mirror as I said that. I'm like, who? I swear I see my stepmom behind me in that mirror. This is her mugshot. I just can't believe that. She must have hated that person. God, this guy looks evil. That's what I said. Us humans, we have got to do better. You cannot hate somebody that bad to where you'd want to hurt them. Like, at a cook-up that's supposed to be fun and supposed to be a family function, and you're gonna try to kill somebody. It doesn't say the person died or anything, but you still oh, I just wanted to show you guys. I did check the website to see about where our body cam footage and stuff is. It still says processing. I did reread the email. They did say if it costed me any money that they would let me know. But I applied for this 12 days ago. They said it takes like 13. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I kind of would like to know. I mean, it's been 12 days. The email that I did read did say, I'm going to pull it up so I can read it to you guys. That's Michigan. You know, Michigan's not giving us nothing. Michigan does not want to give us anything. Okay, so this email came to me on July 13th. And it says, Dear Jacqueline Whiting, Public Records Department. Thank you for your interest in the public records of the city of Cleveland.
There was a hummingbird.
There was a hummingbird?
Yeah, he flew off though.
Oh, well, yeah, because that stuff's in the shade. It can't be in direct sunlight.
Yeah, I know it's in the shade. That's why it's in the shade.
Oh, well, good. What color was the hummingbird?
It was just a black one.
Oh. I like the real pretty ones. So your request is being processed in accordance with the Ohio Sunshine Law. Your request was received at the office on 7/13 and has been given a reference number. Tracking purposes. Records what I would like to request on this was on Tamika. I asked for any prior stuff on her. I requested any prior records, documentation, autopsy if I could get. And the FOIA on Tamika. But your request is being forwarded to the relevant departments located in information to determine the cost and associated with the satisfying of your request. So the volume, the information you seek and determine the volume and any cost associated with. I hope it doesn't cost that much money because I don't have that much, but I do really want to get that. So there's my email back from them. So I really, telling the truth here. I really would like to know what is taking so long, though. It shouldn't take this long. I mean, I posted it 13 days ago. So, congrats to me. We're at 132 because YouTube keeps playing with me. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down. But, us humans, we gotta do better, though. We got to. We got to. We got to. Okay, we're back. Yes, yes. I'm still here. I don't chat much. I know, babes. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the UFOs? Let me know. Have you guys ever seen anything weird in the sky? Like, I'm really into superstition, supernatural stuff. Let's see. I can kind of show you what, I cannot believe this lady put fentanyl in somebody at the freaking park. Let me make sure I don't have anything. That's like the mother giving her child acid to throw on another child. Like, who in the freaking frack does that? I just want to make sure I don't have anything in the book here. I do want to ask for help, okay, out there. So, hippie grandma, and tattoo angel. I'm not sure where you guys are all located at. Show you guys this. Sorry, I was writing something. I'm gonna dig and do some more information. Cause I'm gonna do some more stuff on this. But let me pull it up here because I need other YouTubers. Chesterfield County, VA. Portsmouth, VA. 13 years old. You see this? I'm sorry. I wouldn't let my little girl trust like all that, but I just think that this little girl is HT'd. I honestly think she was kidnapped to be. This is sad. This little girl is age 13. She's 5'6", eye color brown, hair black, Hispanic. Missing since July 24th, 2023. Karina was last seen wearing blue sneakers, silver hoop earrings, and a black backpack. I'm sorry. Wearing blue shorts, white shirt, white and gray sneakers, silver hoop earrings, and a black backpack. Don't hesitate. Anyone having information should contact Henrick County Police Department. Like, he could be on the lookout. He could take his turtle bus out and be looking. Him and PJ both could. But I don't know how to get this to him. So PJ or Dolly, if you're out there, I know you don't like me. I know we got beef. Put aside. Please help find this little girl. She's 13. There's so many of them from this. Hippie Grandma, I'm not kidding you. Here's another one. That's so sad. So fucking sad. She's 14. Female. Red hair. Eye color green. 4'11". Weight 140 pounds. Caitlin was last seen on July 24th, 2023. Her name is Kaylin Simons. Dansville, VA. Let me see, can you guys see her? Look how pretty she is. Pretty little girl. Like, go looking around. Take your turtle bus and just start going down creepy roads and start going down, like, putting flyers out. I mean, there's a button to print a flyer. I mean, if they're close, that'd be a good thing for him to take his bus. There's so many missing kids. I mean, yes, they're missing. I mean, this is for the missing and exploited. We don't know if she's a runaway. We don't know if any of these kids are runaways. Truthseeker, send me the link and I will post it to his Facebook. I pray she gets home safe and sound very soon. I know. These two girls are both from... I wonder... I can screenshot it and put it to my community tab. As I don't think I'm in the group anymore. Hold on, let me see here. I'm going to screenshot this one. Okay, and then what I'll do is... Let's see. There's that little girl, and then I'm gonna go back to the other little girl. And it's all close. They haven't been missing for very long. Me too. So this is Karina Look. And she's 13. And these two girls one is from the Dan's VA, and then this one's from Henrik VA. So I don't know, there must be different parts of Virginia. Obviously. I'm going to post them to... Hippie Grandma, you're on my Facebook, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post them to both places here. Hold on. I'm going to go to my... community tab. And I'm going to do it to his true crime. I tagged him into it because that would be a good one for them to do. If he sees it, okay, then I'm going to go to my Facebook. Hippie Grandma, can I tag you in it? Okay, so. Aww. Look how pretty Paper Cut Tina is. I love them. That's cute. That is too cute. So, what do you... Yay! We're back. Oh my god. Ooh. Wow, that was rough. I had to turn on internet, turn off internet. Yay! Yay, y'all see me? Oh my gosh. But I wrote down both of their names, but I did share it to both my page, and I tagged you in it. Hopefully, he'll see it. But you guys, it's gonna storm here soon. And I need to go get, I gotta get me and the hubby some cigarettes. But I just can't believe that, you guys. But maybe he can get us. Is that where Hippie? Is that where he is at, or is he close to that area? But I just think him and PJ would be great at just putting up flyers, or if they go and There's another one from Folk VA. There's J.O. Blunt. He's from Folk VA as well. Franklin County, Virginia, age 17. Autumn Crowley. Emma Stewart, 15. Coluno Heights, VA. Missing from Newsport News, VA. Hampton, Virginia. Renovoke, VA. This little girl is only 12 years old. Cassidy Cross. Chesapeake. See, I knew it was a Chesapeake area. There's a bunch of them from Chesapeake, too. She's only 12 years old. Chassie, also known as Chaz, was last seen wearing gray sweatpants and a white slides. She requires medication and may be in need of medical attention. July 25th, 2023. Chesterfield, VA. Hampton, VA. Where's the Chesapeake ones? There's just so many. Too many. We got some from Antonio, Texas. Charlesville, VA. Chesterfield. Oh, that mother's calling. It does. It breaks my freaking heart, you guys. Look at this girl. Age 16. Look how beautiful. Beautiful. And she's missing like that. It's sad, guys. It is very, very sad that and misfortunate that there are so many. Now we can type in Chesapeake. I'm There are so many. I was looking up VA, Virginia. West Virginia, Virginia, Virginia Islands. I'm hot. It's gonna storm soon. I can't have my fan on because it's too loud. And I do believe it interferes. These young girls, they would stop making themselves look older. I know, hippie grandma, it's sad because a lot of them do that to make themselves, and they don't have to, you know, they don't have to do that to themselves, but they do it, and it's like, what is going on through their minds, you know? It is, it's crazy. It is just beyond nuts, but it's crazy. Yeah, but it looks like it's about to storm big time. So, I shared it out. I was trying to find some more from Chesapeake, but I don't know. Let's see if I put it in. Oh! Guess I'm not going nowhere. That's a good thing I got 2 drinks in the fridge. It is pouring. It is pouring. Did y'all hear that thunder? Ooh. They grew up fast and they're not mature enough to handle it. You're absolutely right. A lot of them from Henrik. Fairfax, Virginia. I don't know how far away that is. Newport, VA. I agree. I totally agree with you all. Very, very much so. Let's try West Virginia. I was looking for Chesapeake ones. Because that's where... If that's where he's from, he could be taking his turtle bus out. For real. He and PJ could both be taking their bus out. You know? And looking. And maybe even just putting up flyers. Or maybe even doing you know. What's going on? Why are we missing all these kids? You know? It's pouring rain. Fairfax is near DC. Okay. I'm glad you're here, hippie grandma, because you know you know where all these places are at. Chesterfield County, VA, Dansville, Suffolk, Hampton News, Colonial Heights, Franklin. If I knew how to spell Chesapeake, I could probably find it more. But I'm a bad speller. You guys hear the rain? Ah, you hear the rain, hear the rain, hear the rain. There's just so many. So many, guys. Let's look up, see, it says no search results for Chesapeake. Am I spelling it wrong? CHES. Chesapeake. Was that it? Here we go. Found him! I found him! Yes, and it rains. Yes. I heard it. I hear the rain. I love the sound. I don't know why. I do. I love the sound of rain too. I do. Look at this. She's 16 years old. These are from Chesapeake, VA. I mean, this is right where he's at. This Samia Fulton has been missing. She goes by Sammy. July 1st of 2023. She's age 11. I'm gonna screenshot the list too. Chesapeake. Yep, I got it, babes. I'm a truth seeker. Found it. I was gonna keep digging till I found it. But look at all these girls and boys. It's so sad. Well, guys, I'm gonna share it to him and see. I can do that right now. Okay, I'm just trying how to word it so they, not gonna get mad about how I word it. So, I'm like, please spread the word. Get the turtle bus out. Get the turtle bus out. I know, give them some anxiety. There is stuff for anxiety for fur babies. Because I used to have my nephew's little dog, Brownie, would always scream and cry and would hide underneath the bed. She was traumatized. And it was my nephew's special dog. Um, and Brownie was even approved for being a special dog for autistic kids. And Brownie was so good with Bubby. But yeah, so I'm gonna put this on here. Please help spread the word. Get the turtle bus out. Let's help find these babies. I think it would be great if you got involved. If she has a thunder shirt and lavender oil, it helps. Yes, totally agree. Okay, I sent another one, so don't forget, y'all, to please hit the like and subscribe button. You become a homie. You become a great friend when you hit the subscribe button. I try to bring fun things. I try to have fun. We try to do true crime. Try to do all that. I am gotta go soon because I need to go get ready for dinner. I need to go to the. I need to run to the gas station, but I waited too long, and now it's pouring down rain out there. So I really don't want to go to the gas station, but let's read a quote on this rainy day. Let's do a quote. I have to pee too. Too much coffee and water. So let's go with a quote. Since we did a live, we're going to do a live quote. And today's one is, I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the objects which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Booker T. Washington. I have learned that success is to be measured. Is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. I love you all. Much respect. Sharon, Hippie Grandma, Tattoo Angel, Rebecca, happy birthday. I'm glad you all showed up to be here. The other day I was by myself and felt like crap. But I love and respect all of you. Like I said, maybe since the Chesapeake ones are closer, I just think that would be a good idea though, because a lot of these kids are being HT'd, and they're so worried about all these kids being HT'd, but they're not bringing it out. They're not showing it. They're not do. And we haven't done any missing kids in a while, so that's why I wanted to come to you guys with that. I had pulled that up and had noticed that, so that's why I figured let's do it. Let's talk about it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Stay sweet and kind and be blessed. And I love you all. Thank you. Bye. What I watched there was no chat that displayed that day. I know. I tell you, YouTube keeps messing with me. It doesn't like me. Okay. 1 minute it likes me, and the next minute it's like, nope, you ain't going live. So I love you all. Be safe. Thank you. I'm going to make sure you guys will be able to comment and write and see this right after. Because sometimes it does that. It'll mark it as unprivate. So I will make sure I will fix it every time when I end a video. I'm going to have to go into my studio and make sure that it doesn't get, unprivated. So love you all. Thank you, Hippie Grandma. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Miss Tattoo, for the video, and thank you for your support. I'll see you ladies tonight. If everyone has troubles with YouTube, I know. Tattoo Angel has a show tonight, right? Tonight's Wednesday. I think either is it Tattoos Couples tonight? Right, it's Tattoo Couples. Okay, so let's make sure we'll watch Tattoo Couples tonight. I'll see you all. I'll see my beautiful ladies there. And I will see you later, okay? Love ya.